please just show me what I do. Pretty video I'm gonna have to to record. But this is pretty much arena. I think I have 155% duration, 40% power strength. I'm gonna explain, and I have combat disciple on which you 10 health on kill, but heal your allies. So due to the fact that any other way you build her, she's like really out her element. She's really so a team frame, not a frame of doing cool things, not really doing farming things. So what you want to do is you want to pretty much stay invisible and keep your 4 up and with your 1. So you want to basically play real when you better melee combination. Yeah, I was obviously with people, but I'm not really. You want to basically keep your combos, your combo counter up with that 4 charge. So you get 4 charges. On recent kills, you get a modifier. You also get a modifier when you're invisible. So you're doubling your damage, even though I'm at 40% power strength. So, you know, the 280 range was necessary because the radius isn't, you know, too nice. If you also time it right, after getting your 4 kill invisible, there will be another brief invisibility window while your 1 is up, instead of you recasting. So it's about efficiently keeping your pack alive, doing it the most stealth way, and you want to keep your you want to allow your teammates to do everything they're normally supposed to do. You know, kill, survive. I have no excuse me. I don't have any vitality on. I'm all legitimately armor. So, you know, if you can't really get used to the build, you know, it's okay. You can just, you know, come in here with your 4th passive on, which gives you another life. The status damage and the crit chance, if you were worried about that, because I have 40% power strength, you don't have to actually worry about the fact that it comes at max stacks. So, with 40% power strength, you're not really losing anything. So, 10 stacks plus the modifiers is still synergizing. She's not really like the other Warframes. You know, she's all about basically sacrifice. In a sense, she's, you know, another hero, but her kit is done different. But you gotta really keep her. Like, you know, kill him, spread damage, 5 modifier, you know, people that's, you know, be harder to kill with like power strength, you know, drop her, drop him. You know, it still synergizes, and if you do it just right, you might see 11 times modifier, which is always good. But the best part is I also have equilibrium on. Equilibrium, I'm losing the health. I'm sorry, excuse me. On combat disciple, I'm losing health on kills. Equilibrium, whenever I pick up health, I pick up energy. Whenever I pick up energy, I pick up health. So I'm never really gassing out. It works just fine. You know, pick up some more. But you got to keep your 3 up. Your 3 is important because that's what's enabling the guaranteed drop for your energy and health. But you don't really want to spend so much time just running and shooting. You know, her melee is pretty good on the little vortex thing, but I just feel like, you know, the only way to make her feel really savage and feral was this particular build. Like, everything else just felt off, you know. But, you know, she's not for everyone, and that's okay. But, you know, she's very unique. And, you don't want to really take her after in-game activities. Like, this is really a day 1 late video starter build. But, you know, someone's going to find a better build to build outside of, you know, what I did. You know, that's always a guarantee, maybe so. But it's not going to feel like she's in her real element, because when you get a feel for her kit, you're going to feel like, hey, I'm a werewolf frame. Why am I running around on 2 legs all day? I mean, and then, you know, Rebecca was like, you know, you want to mainly attack from the shadows. And yeah, you know, if you're running around just cloak, it just don't feel right. But if you're running around with the 4-up cloak and with the other powers on, you feel like you are one with your pack. You know, the other heads on her body, you know. So hardcore velocity, you don't necessarily need when you got the 280 range. So you can do the immune to status effect, so you don't catch a random viral, toxic, or whatever. You get basically right now, you get 100% guaranteed a status effect immunity. So that's pretty good if you ask me. You ain't gotta worry about magnetic damage, you know, that's stopping your, you know, micromanagement from energy and health, which is always good as well. Like I said, if you're not too good with it, you know, you can always run in with the fourth passive on, which is the extra life. And if you're still bad with that, you can run the last gas school technique, you know, if you got a good amp or whatever, you want to get your second one that way. But it's still more risky because you still risk transference interference. And, you know, we all know how that goes. You lose all your damn energy and you die. But yeah, we all know how that goes, so you don't want to, I don't recommend taking that route. Oh shoot, I gotta get last. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stay here at 30, and that's how we're gonna do that. I'm gonna further demonstrate because I probably do have the best demonstration here. Status of catching the wrong person. That's always a risk, but it's okay because you know just got my energy back plus the level up, and all the energy is lying around from me. You know, with my power kick. Like I said, equilibrium is very crucial. You don't need rage because, you know, again, you losing the health on kill with combat disciple is the whole point of, you know, micromanaging energy in your health. So the best way to make sure you don't take damage is to stay in the dark. This guy right here, drop him. You know, you can rush the process like I just hit him twice, or you can let the status build up and kill him because, you know, it does conserve a charge. With that conserved charge, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna still have your 4 up, but a higher modifier. So it's all about micromanagement. You can always recast if you feel like you did it, you know, a little too soon or miscast your abilities. So you know, I don't know. I think I just hit my 4 and attack and lost the charge and hit my 1 and got another charge back. I might be, but look, see 3. One person, and you want to stalk your prey. You know, you don't want to just attack anything. You want to stalk your prey, hit the right ones, get your modifiers, and then you know she's very good on just jumping in on knocking stuff out. So you know, it's as you can see, I got my status immunity up, which is the second head, which is the you press and hold clear. That I haven't suffered any status effects yet because it's guaranteed. So adaptation and rolling guard is pretty much obsolete right now for her particularly, but I mean, this is still, you know, work in progress. This is not going to be finalized. You know, this is just what she is right now. And, you know, I hope people understand that, you know, it's unfortunate that, you know, when you hit your 4s, you're on all 4s, but when you go run, you're on 2. Like, it would be more sophisticated if they did that, you know, just run on all 4s. Not so much of a Roman super, but an exclusive animation. Kind of like when Valkyr hits her 4, you know, she's running around with her claws out looking like she's a discount Wolverine. You know, it's, I mean, she has her own little move, stance mind with it too, you know, Valkyr speaking on. But, you know, I think that they dropped the ball on her to a very undisclosed degree, and I think she was more so rushed. She could be better, you know, but we'll see along the hot fixes or maybe a few years from now. Over time, I'm attacking people and not having my 3 up, which is important, as I said before. Because if I don't have my 3 up, I can't, you know, drop my energy and my health orbs, which you're about to see again. Look, standing in the magnetic, no magnetic damage. Let's see, health, energy, right back to where I was at. Our melee is pretty good. Stacks it 5 times. You can summon a vortex. I don't really recommend it. You wanna stay feeling like a werewolf by all means, because if you run around swinging a sword the whole time, it just feels like you're another Warframe. It doesn't feel unique or exclusive. It doesn't feel like she's designed for this. You know, there are a lot of people that will disagree. There are a lot of people that will, you know, agree. But this is pretty much like I said, you know, it's really a day 1 build that I had. I didn't really stream it and record it. I actually fell asleep on my dad. We were supposed to play together, so I'm also going to save this video, and if you want, like and subscribe. I could produce more builds for you, show you some ideas, concepts, late game, mid game, end game, team game, of end game, mid game, early game, whatever you want to call it. She's actually very beneficial if you are playing with someone that's still new to the game, because she can keep our pack alive. It's not more so carrying, it's more so the alpha werewolf of, her pack. But like I said, I feel like they personally dropped the ball on her, and she could be a lot better. But this is, like I said, a summary. When I extract, I'm also going to actually show you my build, so you can actually see for yourself. I think I might have had a hiccup on my percentage of duration, but that's okay, because if you do it just right. Another thing is, on melee kills, preferably your 4, your duration increases by 5. And that's pretty good. There's a melee augment that you can use for that, but I don't really, not melee augment, arcane that you can use for your warframe that I don't recommend. There's also an augment, what's the name of the darn augment? I mean, not augment, the arcane. Good arcanes where I'll recommend the one, I think it's Ultimatum, where you get, like, if you take damage you get armor. There's one, Arcane Grace, is pretty good on her because, like I said, equilibrium, and you pick up energy, you generate energy for your team. I don't know if when she spawns the energy and health on her that the team can see it. That I don't know, because I haven't played with people that I know that can test that out. But like I said, her abilities is mainly tested through her team, a pack that like people people that you consistently play with, stuff like that. Clearly she's max rank again. I've mainly built her to stay, unique to her kit setup. So here's my build coming up. Yeah, 155, I was right. 155%. Efficiency, you don't got to worry about, you can drop that down and put on Blind Rage, which I initially was going to do, because Blind Rage, you lose efficiency to get the extra damage, which is why my stuff is 40% now. And the efficiency is not going to make a difference, because when I say not make a difference, because by it being lower, health pickups give you energy, combat discipline, lose 10 health on kill, allies gain 20 health on kill, thought that counts, whatever. As long as you're in there killing and stuff, and with the speed modifier from her 1, like I said, the critical modifier, it's under because power strength is on 40. But plus this, you're still doing a decent amount of damage. You still got this: enemy kills by melee attacks, drop health orbs, enemies killed by headshots, drop energy orbs, increase the duration of Lycan's hunt by killing enemies affected by 5 or more status effects, which means keep your fingers of Rash up. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but whatever. I'm about to form her again. She, like I said, this is day 1. This is late, but I might mess up my primary build, honestly, because yeah, I think I messed up my. Wait, no, I didn't. Okay, so this is my original build, that my sample build. I got Arcane Guardian up here for this 1 build on damage, 50% chance, 900 plus armor. There's other arcanes that you can use around this. I just personally used what I personally had. This build I'm actually still working on. This was like the Warframe comes out, you just put mods on and get an idea, feel. So don't worry about this. I have seen people with physique though, but like I said, this I wouldn't more so worry about this. Blade Charger, I will see if that actually stacked with her 4, but I'm not sure, because even though her 4 is melee based, I don't think it's synergized with that mod. I'm not sure if it's synergized with this as well, but Arcane Blade Charger clearly is the better mod. I mean Arcane, but I have Arcane Fury maxed out. I got a lot of catching up and playing pickup I gotta do, but like I said, I didn't test the waters on what is it called, Blind Rage, so I don't know if it's gonna be. I'm almost certain it's gonna be easier, slightly harder to micromanage energy because of power casting, because yeah, it's gonna drop to 45. So Honestly, if you don't do blind rage, I would say go and intensify. Yeah, 155. Energy pool is 375. This is gonna cost 116. This is gonna cost 77, which still isn't bad. Some people are gonna say yikes or oof, but I can micromanage it. I know I can because I'm one of the elites and veterans. I can micromanage it. And if it's that bad, you know, again, you got energy restorers and stuff like that. So, oh, max energy is 425. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the base numbers. But yeah, that's still not bad. Like I said, I recommend it. Um, you know, you might not like it, but I mean, everything isn't for everyone. My next next form I'm going to use is going to be the Aura Former because I want to, you know, further experiment with different things. Um, Reduce common dirt stuff, increase foundation with allies. So if you got a bunch of Varunas, that's okay. I'm going to further.
Well put together, operator.
And I got my Kubra on, who also does the howl. So if I'm getting like overwhelmed over my head, she will howl on the queue. She's very good. Hold on. Archon shard. Clear to see. I got effectiveness. Oh, this is important too. I'm sorry. This is important because effectiveness on energy orbs does not have nothing to do with your power strength. Clearly, I was able to, you know, micromanage my my energy pools and my health pools, effectiveness on health orbs. That's done through this. I haven't used my Tall Forged Archon shard because I honestly don't know like what I'm going to use it on. Because realistically, effectiveness on health orbs, you're already doing that with this, right? By not having vitality, you're already doing that. Okay. Energy orbs, pointless. You're already doing that with that, you know, with this, right? So now with blind rage on, you should sustain more energy. Because I think in the Destiny, I think they might have said it does stack, but even though being at 40% power strength, it was a pretty good job. But I personally don't think that, you know, caster speed is an issue because especially if you're in the conjunction survival, you're going to get extra caster speed. You're going to get extra power strength regardless. My thing is, if you don't use blind rage, I recommend using the augment mod growing, not augment mod, excuse me, the aura mod growing power. But the Tau Forest Archon shard with this doesn't really make a difference, and you know, she can increase her own parkour velocity. And I do recommend be careful when you switch your passive from the fourth passive to any of the other ones because there's a 60-second cooldown. So make sure that's what you want to do while you're doing it. You don't want to switch in the middle of a heated gunfight because you will die. Seriously. Then if you don't have lasting gasp and a good amp, you're definitely going to force your teammates to come for you. Or if they don't come for you or bleed out, there's a revive. So to those that don't know what it does, growing power, applying status effects with weapons increases ability strength by 25%. Now, I haven't tried this method yet, but some people were saying that it does stack. Because I think the way the calculation chart applies, they think that the two makes growing power proc, but I don't know. But I recommend it through the simple fact of applying a status effect with the weapon, increase your ability strength by 25% for 6 seconds. All right, cool. And it says status effects. So if you got a polymerization of mods like cold and hot, that's blast, that's status effects. Technically, that's 3. So boom, you got that. Plus condition overload and your 2, that's a bunch of status effects. Plus the melee. So you see where I'm going with this. Again, this is all summary builds. This is what I recommend because how she's going to feel. Like if you can't feel for your frame, it's going to be harder for you to master your frame. But that's pretty much all for now. Oh, if you're wondering my Eclex Prime build, because I know a lot of people been asking me. I don't really care for these Exilus adapter mods, but this thing hits pretty heavy. And the conjunction survival on a higher difficulty in game, this build kills. It kills respectfully. That's another thing. I do have Augur Pack on. If you notice, I have 2 Augur mods on. So if you're like, oh, well, I didn't get this and that bonus, well, common sense. And energy spent on abilities and converted to shields. So it helps keep you alive if you make a mistake as well, even in late game. I've tried this build in late game. Um, Also to keep your health up when you lose health on, killing, like I showed you, the combat disciple. Med pet kit. That's a good mod to have. Prime pack leader heals your pet by the percentage of you deal with melee attacks. Life steal link. So you're passing on the sacrifices, back and forth. Like I'm sacrificing my health, and I'm killing, sacrificing my health to heal an ally. But med pet kit is regenerating my health, heal rate, and then I get, if my animal in over their head, bam, I just melee somebody. It says the damage you deal, doesn't say kills. Now she's back in the fight. Now she's gonna hit the what is it called? The howl. That's an opportunity to kill, extra melee damage. It all synergizes itself together. Like I said, if you don't want to do blind rage, I recommend intensify. But it's good for what it is. And if you feel like, oh well, I don't want to do stretch, I mean, it's everything that you take off or put up, it's gonna make a difference. If you don't want to do stretch, you could do streamline if it's too strenuous for you. You take stretch off, put streamline on. If you don't want to do stretch or streamline, you could do fleeting expertise, because if it feels like this is too much for you, like I said, it's not for everybody. But if you want to really feel her uniqueness, this is the best recommendation. If I had on more Archon shards, accessible Archon shards, I strongly recommend what is it? Hold up, what is it? Is it one? You could, if you like, hey, I don't want to go ahead and focus on my duration. I'm gonna drop my duration down a little bit and have on what's the mod that not prime continuity, anything under prime continuity. You say, hey, I want to just go on ahead and tweak up my ability duration, or you can say, hey, I want to put my ability strength up because it was at 40%. Let's say put two ability strengths up, or Tile Forge recommended, and keep on what is that, blind rage, and I mean take off blind rage. Hold on, I'm confusing my knowledge again. Hold on, my brain is racing. Keep that in mind. Bear that thought. Yeah, take off blind rage. Put on the Tile Forged red Archon shard. Like I said, you've seen the 10%. It's going to be even more Tile Forged. If you don't have a Tile Forged, still go for the power strength, because blind rage with intensify will still put you at a solid 100, which means you're not getting any negative stats. Easy, still micromanaging. Don't mind my junk. This is basically junk. It looks like important mods, I know. Like I said, it's a lot of things you can do. If you have any questions, regards, whatever, drop a comment. My gamer tag is Sarah from Araf, PlayStation. Thank you for watching. Thanks for listening. Bye.